Morning, childrens. It's your old pal Brian. It's probably just shy of 6 a.m.-ish out here at the Flying Club. Boy, I was sleeping good when that alarm went off. Yes, I was. There's a chair right there in the middle of the walk. Glad I didn't wipe out. So, yep, getting out here at dark 30. Boy, it is dead calm. We have some clouds back to the east, which may afford me a longer flying morning.
Throttle active.
Alrighty, we have control surfaces.
Timer 1 elapsed.
Taking off. So, in 48 days, I'm going to leave Florida for about 3 months. And let's muse about times past, shall we? So, long time ago, my buddy Jim Paradise, I told him my plan, and he was just put off by it. He thought that it was cold and wrong, and to leave my friends and family behind for months on end, and I appreciate his sentiment. He loved me, but unfortunately he suffered a malady. He ran a local county park, and he suffered a malady where he simply never had left the property. On occasion he would leave the property, but it would be under duress. Every meeting he could send a proxy to, he would, which is pure genius. But yeah, he never left the property. He was in love with whatever property he took care of, and created a world as a supervisor, park manager, where he didn't have to leave. He would eventually leave. He loved racing and went to Daytona 500 and was on I think an electric skateboard when he fell and broke his arm, and the stress of breaking his arm and chronic alcoholism and smoking 5 packs of cigarettes a day since he was about 8 would eventually give him a heart attack and kill him graveyard dead. I would speak at his service after his daughter Katie, who gave a heartfelt oration, and I would say that I was mad at him for dying, because he was one of my favorite liberals. Yankee liberal. He really helped me grow as a human being and kept me from being the tight-ass conservative bastard that I typically want to be. And really a lovely human being. Flaws and all. And it did concern me a bit as time would approach that I'd be in a position where I wasn't going to want to go away for long periods of time. I would want to, excuse me, even with snorting nose meds before I go to bed and in the morning, I still get a little bit of reflux from terrible allergies. Yeah, my concern was, am I going to want to go away and see this great nation of ours the latter part of my life, because I'm, wanting to stay with friends and family and would suffer some type of heinous separation anxiety? And the answer is no. My life is winnowed down. My son and I aren't close. We love each other to death, but we are not codependent in any way, shape, or form. He got his life and I got mine, and that's really kind of the way I am with my dad. No grandchildren on the horizon, which suits me immensely, because women are liars. They'll tell you, so if we get a grandkid, we ain't going traveling. Oh yeah, we are. That's what they make airplanes for. No, we're not. And women are liars. They'll tell you one thing. When I was 20 years old and I got married, my wife goes, I don't want children. I don't like them. And then by the time I was 23, she was like, get me a baby. So it's funny how your universe changes on the turn of a dime. So moving forward, my wife and I both are poised. I tell people, when I was 20 years old, we literally had like a circle of 20 friends and about a dozen very close ones. I mean, tier one, hanging out with, talk to on the phone every day friends. Then simultaneously, I became a father and a state police officer, and I moved away. And as I explained to my son later on, you can count all the friends in this life, friends now, not acquaintances, on one hand. As soon as you become a parent and no one else is a parent, they don't understand your plight and how you have to plan your day. So those friends are out and Z. The ones the folks that don't have kids are out and Z. Then since you're a police officer, people don't like police officers anyway, particularly if you're doing illicit things like driving drunk or smoking pot. So what I would tell people, your pot smoking friends are the second to go. Gone. So since about every fifth person on our in the United States smokes pot, your pals are gone. Never see them again. So that's how that kind of goes. So as I'm poised on the precipice to travel, as God would do it to me, my son is not codependent and doesn't need to see me every day or every fifth day or even every month, or 6 weeks or 2 months. Doesn't matter. And that's fine, honestly. I mean, one of the things I did when I created him, frankly, was I wanted to create an independent human being. We can play catch up on the phone. He doesn't have to be in my life every minute of every day, and I don't have to be in his. With that said, though, that creates a wonderful atmosphere where I can leave. All my other friends, in law enforcement, I had very few friends, I had acquaintances. Nice people and everything, but law enforcement attracts a certain type of personality that is not conducive to being that pleasant off-duty. So, yeah, love me some law enforcement friends, but yeah, I don't have many off-duty because of their nature. So I have regular friends off-duty, and let's move to that. So listen, I'm not a teetotaler. Well, I guess I am now, but there was a time in my life when I didn't experiment with alcohol. I was in full-scale research. And with that said, what I found is that eventually I'd have to quit drinking because you got to grow up sometime or not. And much of my friends stay in a state of perpetual drunkenness when not on the job. Alcohol is their universe, and I get self-medicating. You're having to decompress because your day-to-day life is so ridiculously pedantic. As such, love them to death, but I don't want to live my life in the bottom of a bottle. So I'm outgrowing my friends. And as elitist as it may sound, it's the truth. So I'm really primed for leaving. And what's going to suck is as you don't realize, let's say you're an alcoholic, and you don't realize that it's happening to you, because it's so incremental, it's so seductive is how chronic alcoholism works. As Sherba and I go away and come back and we see our friends' health degrade, and the alcohol has such a hold on them, because this is how the story is going to go, that they continue to drink even though it's detrimental to their health. One of my friends, her circulation is so poor. She's carrying around 50 pounds right on her gut, and her circulation is so poor that it's turning her shins red and her toes are swollen.